Ahmad ibn Fadlan was a 10th century Arab Muslim traveler, diplomat and theologian best known for his detailed account of his journey from the Abbasid Caliphate to the Volga Bulgars in 921–922 CE. His writings are a crucial historical source for understanding the cultures and societies of early medieval Eurasia, especially the Vikings, whom he encountered as the Rus people. Here's a concise overview of his history. Background: full name, Ahmad ibn Fadlan ibn al-Abbas, ibn Rashid ibn Hamad. Origin: he served in the court of the Abbasid Caliph al-Muqtadir in Baghdad, present-day Iraq. Mission: in 921 CE, he was part of a diplomatic mission sent by the Caliph to the king of the Volga Bulgars, who had requested help in building a mosque and receiving religious instruction after converting to Islam. The journey Ibn Fadlan's caravan traveled through Persia, modern Iran, the Caspian Sea region, Khwarezm in Central Asia, reached the Volga River in 922. The journey was long and arduous, lasting several months. Observations and accounts: Volga Bulgars. He provided insights into their Islamic practices, tribal customs, and political organization. The Rus Vikings. One of the most famous parts of his account describes the Rus people, likely Norse traders or settlers in Eastern Europe. He wrote vividly about their physical appearance and hygiene, their pagan rituals, a graphic account of a ship burial, including human sacrifice. His work is often referred to as Risala, meaning epistle or message. Though the full manuscript was lost, portions of it survive in later compilations. His account is one of the earliest detailed descriptions of Viking customs from a non-European perspective. Inspired fictional adaptations, including Michael Crichton's novel Eaters of the Dead, which was adapted into the film The 13th Warrior, of Ahmad ibn Fadlan's journey, observations, and legacy. Details of the journey. Ahmad ibn Fadlan's diplomatic caravan was led by an emissary named Susan al-Rassi. The mission had both religious and political goals: to deliver gifts and religious instruction from the Caliph, to establish formal relations with the Volga Bulgars, a newly Islamized Turkic people. The journey began in Baghdad and moved through Ray and Nishapur in Persia, Khwarezm in modern Uzbekistan, the Ural region, finally reaching Bulgar, the capital of Volga, Bulgaria, near present-day Kazan in Russia. This route was treacherous, involving harsh weather, dangerous terrain, and encounters with various nomadic tribes. Encounter with the Volga Bulgars. Ibn Fadlan described the Volga Bulgars as newly converted Muslims who were eager to learn more about Islamic law and practices. His role included teaching them Islamic rituals like prayer, zakat, and fasting, helping them construct a mosque and organize Islamic leadership. Despite their conversion, he noted many still retained pagan customs or blended beliefs, highlighting the early stages of Islamization. Observation of the Rus Vikings. Arguably the most famous part of his Risala is the vivid account of the Rus, likely Norse traders who settled along river routes from Scandinavia to the Black and Caspian seas. He described them as tall and beautiful, with blonde hair, tattoos from toes to neck, and wearing clean garments. He admired their physical appearance, but was shocked by their lack of hygiene, stating, "They are the filthiest of Allah's creatures. They do not wash after defecating, nor do they wash their hands after eating." He witnessed a Viking ship burial, where a slave girl was chosen to accompany a dead chieftain into the afterlife. The ceremony involved ritualistic drunkenness, music, sex, and sacrifice. The girl was killed and placed on the ship with the chief, which was then burned. This account remains one of the most direct and detailed non-Scandinavian descriptions of Norse funerary rites. His manuscript, Risala, was later quoted by geographers like Yaqut al-Hamawi. It wasn't widely known until rediscovered by Western scholars in the 19th–20th centuries. Inspired modern literature and cinema. Michael Crichton's Eaters of the Dead, 1976, combined Ibn Fadlan's account with the Beowulf legend. The novel became the basis for the 1999 film The 13th Warrior, starring Antonio Banderas as Ahmad ibn Fadlan. Historical significance. Ibn Fadlan's account is invaluable because it bridges the Islamic and Norse worlds. It provides ethnographic insight into steppe nomads, Turkic peoples, and the early Russian riverine trade system. It's a rare example of first-person medieval travel writing that combines theology, politics, and cultural anthropology. Ahmad ibn Fadlan's legacy, his impact on scholarship, and what became of his manuscript. Manuscript. History and preservation. Ahmad ibn Fadlan's Risala did not survive in its entirety. What we know of his account comes from later Islamic geographers and historians who quoted his work, such as Yaqut al-Hamawi, al-Muqaddasi, and Abu Hamid al-Garnati. A fragmentary manuscript, rediscovered in the early 20th century in Mashhad, Iran, helped piece together much of the original narrative. Scholars have since translated and reconstructed his text using these fragments and citations. Scholarly importance. Ibn Fadlan's writings are studied in multiple disciplines. Anthropology. Ethnography, his detailed observations of daily life, rituals and social customs among the Volga Bulgars, Khazars, Oghuz Turks, and Rus offer rare first-hand insights into 10th century steppe and river cultures. Islamic history. The Risala is a crucial text for understanding early Islamic diplomacy, religious outreach, and the spread of Islam beyond traditional Arab territories. Viking studies. His description of the Rus is one of the oldest independent accounts of Norsemen by a non-European, predating many Icelandic sagas and adding valuable perspective on Viking trade and culture. Cultural contact. It documents a moment in history when Muslim, Norse and Turkic worlds converged, reflecting the multi-ethnic networks of trade, religion and diplomacy across Eurasia. Cultural representation. Eaters of the Dead by Michael Crichton dramatizes Ibn Fadlan's encounter with the Vikings, blending his writings with Norse mythology. The 13th Warrior, 1999, adapts Crichton's novel. Although dramatized and fictionalized, it introduced Ibn Fadlan's story to a global audience. Documentary. Numerous documentaries on Vikings or early Islamic explorers reference Ibn Fadlan's journey for his unique, non-European lens. Final thoughts. Though not a conqueror or famous theologian, Ahmad ibn Fadlan's careful observations, religious mission, and cross-cultural interactions make him one of the most important travelers of the medieval Islamic world. His legacy endures not because of great deeds, but because he wrote clearly and honestly about what he saw, creating a bridge across civilizations, religions, and centuries.